Welcome to today's Mampara of the Day award, and today's award goes to the President of South Africa, once again, Mr. Jacob Zuma. And this is a Mampara award for a specific, lengthy term, strategic move that the President has undergone, that Mr. Zuma has undergone. And this strategic move is very carefully thought out, very carefully planned. Let me take you through a brief timeline. What we had was, we had local government elections in which the ANC, under Zuma's rule, lost a massive amount of power. They lost key municipalities to the opposition party, the Democratic Alliance. The ANC no longer controls Johannesburg, they no longer control Pretoria, they no longer control Port Elizabeth. Key major metropoles. So Zuma needed to do something in order to restore the power balance. That, you got that on the one hand. On the other hand, for the past year, since the events that took place in December 2015, with the whole Nenegate saga, Zuma has been trying to get firm control on the Department of Finance, because after all, that's where the money is. So there are two ways that he can go about getting control of the Department of Finance. Simply firing Pravin Gordhan will not work, because he won't have the backing of the rest of the African National Congress. So therefore he's gone nuclear on Pravin Gordhan by getting the Hawks to instate the summons to appear in court on the 2nd of November. So that's strategy number one. Strategy number two, as far as regaining power in the whole of South Africa is concerned, and being able to extend his rule over South Africa beyond the next national election, is incredibly simple. Did you notice that the fees must fall revolution only started in all earnest after the ANC lost massive power in the local government elections? Now, if this fees must fall revolution expands further and expands outside of the universities into the major cities, that will give Zuma the opportunity to call, number one, a state of emergency, number two, set aside the constitution of the country, and number three, bring in the security cluster, police and army, to restore law and order in the country for an indefinite period of time, effectively moving South Africa into a military dictatorship. It's a scenario that is entirely possible. And the importance of bringing all of this about, number one, with the removal of all the charges against Pravin Gordhan and the escalating violence as far as the universities are concerned, just bear in mind that President Zuma has just put together a presidential ministerial task team to look into the riots and revolutionary activities happening at the universities in the fees must fall riots that are taking place at the moment. Note that not one member of the finance ministry is part of that task team. The only members of that task team are members of the security cluster. In other words, state security, police, and the defense force. Those are the members that make up the specific ministerial task team tasked with looking into the riots and revolution at the universities. So that's a very important factor to be taken into account as far as this entire matter is concerned. Then another very important part as far as the timing is concerned. Bear in mind that the public protector's contract expires at the end of October. So come the beginning of November, we have a new public protector taking office. So in other words, over especially the first half of November, maybe the entire month of November, you've got this effective vacuum within the office of the Public Protector, where the new incumbent will still be getting up to speed, getting a handle on all of the different cases that Thuli Madonsela has been investigating. So there is this golden opportunity of this effective vacuum within the office of the Public Protector to be able to push an agenda forward. So you've got Pravin Gordhan in court on the 2nd of November. You've already got the ANC Youth League pushing for Pravin Gordhan to be removed from office during the time that he's facing his charges. So which means that with that push from the ANC Youth League, Zuma could be justified in removing Pravin Gordhan from office on the 2nd of November, which is also around about the same time that the brand new Public Protector takes office and will effectively be ineffective for the next 2 to 3 weeks. And you've got the security cluster looking at ways in which to deal with the university riots that are taking place at the moment. So group all of these together and you're looking at a very clear pattern, a very clear strategy moving towards a scenario of setting aside the constitution and making the country into a military controlled state, with Zuma remaining at the head for an indefinite period of time. So that's why Zuma gets my Mampara of the Day award for setting all of these different items within this timeline together. If you agree that Zuma is a worthy award winner of Mampara of the Day, give this video a thumbs up. Remember, post any comments, questions, criticisms that you may have in the comment section down below. Remember, this is a dialogue between the two of us. These are my opinions. You may have your opinions that may be completely different. Then, very importantly, if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button that you can see down there. And last but by no means least, until the two of us meet again, try not to get yourselves lost or killed, and I'll see you tomorrow.